Blessings everyone, sending you a big giant hug from Bali. And I'm so excited to be announcing my first ever online course for women. Because for the past few years, I've been so dedicated to being in service for men of this planet. Really helping men step into themselves fully, become the most spiritually embodied versions of themselves that they can be, and really help men step into conscious relationships more and more. And something really interesting happened that as I've been focusing on doing so much work for men of the planet, that during this period, so many women have been really reaching out. So many women have been inquiring, asking questions, looking for support when it comes to how to be in partnership with conscious men, but also how can women connect with your own internal feminine, internal masculine. And so I know for me, when I've been going through my process of waking up as a man and becoming as full and luminous as I can as a being, it actually required me to be aware that I had an internal feminine, that I had my own internal feminine energy along with my masculine energy. And when I started focusing on healing and drawing that feminine essence of who I was into alignment and into harmony with my own internal masculine, it made such a big difference in my life. It made such a profound difference in terms of every element of my life, but really in relationships especially. It just allowed me to show up as the type of partner that I've always wanted to be, and also manifest the type of partners that were based on that level of work and integration that I went through. And I think it's so important also for women. I see all of you beautiful sisters, all you beautiful women out there right now who are stepping into greater levels of who you are as a woman and really grounding down the Shakti and the divine feminine to the planet right now. Thank you so much for doing that. And something really special is happening when I see women also starting to embrace their own internal masculine, starting to have a relationship with their own internal masculine. I think it's something a lot of people might not even realize, especially a lot of women. So it's so important when I see women stepping up and starting to embrace their internal masculine and to bring that into alignment with their internal feminine. And when women step up in that way, in truly balanced and integrated and embodied ways, so many things can shift in your life as a woman, especially the type of relationships you have and the type of partners that you attract. So this is where this course, Calling Him Home, was born from. It's really to help women come into contact with their inner masculine and to create a relationship with your inner masculine and to heal elements of your inner masculine so you can step into this true aligned area of fullness and wholeness. So I'm so excited to be holding space for you, to basically be holding this sacred container for you as a woman to go through this process. So this course will be taking place over 8 weeks. And I break it up into 3 main sections that will help assist you to come into alignment with your inner masculine, and also to see how it can affect the relationships and partners you have, and also how it can help you step up as a partner in relationship and better understand and love your partner, love your man. So the first section of this course, it's really where it all begins. It begins inside you. This is where the journey begins. So it's what I call this section restoring the temple. It's healing your own inner masculine. So we're going to be starting there by first being aware you as a woman have your own inner masculine, how to connect with your inner masculine, and how to heal that relationship with your inner masculine so you have a beautiful, luminous, and healthy and positive relationship with your own internal masculine. So we're really going to be tapping into that and looking at that. And where it starts in this section is we're going to be looking at, what are some of the wounds that you carry as a woman in relationship to the masculine. So we're going to be looking at, do you have wounds from past lovers, past partners, friends, family, even maybe just you being a woman, being a part of the collective feminine, interacting with the collective masculine can even create wounds on that level. So we're really going to be looking at inside yourself, what are some of the wounds that you carry as a woman, and how can we heal the essence of those wounds and turn those wounds into wisdom that further serves your growth and evolution. And then from there, we're going to be going into really looking at what are some of the blocks, what are some of the blocks and belief systems you as a woman carry in relationship around the masculine. So we're going to be looking at, do you have belief systems, that maybe are based on fear, anger, anxiety, resentment, abandonment, rejection, whatever they might be. We're going to be looking at, what are some of the deeper, almost unconscious levels of beliefs that you have in a relationship to the masculine, and how can we become aware of them and shift them, and really getting into seeing what kind of blocks that you as a woman carry in relationship to the masculine that's stopping you from connecting both externally to men, but also internally to your own masculine. And we're going to be looking at, what are the shadow aspects of the masculine, especially are there shadow aspects of your own internal masculine that you're interacting or expressing from, because your own inner masculine will be playing a role in the way that you interact with the world. So it's really important we get in there and see what are some of the ways that your internal masculine is encoding and affecting the way that you as a woman are interacting with the world, and making sure that your own relationship with your inner masculine is in such a positive place that then only positive expressions are coming out of it in your reality, and you're only greeting the masculine in your external reality in a positive way based on that relationship you have with your fully integrated inner masculine. So we're going to be looking at, what are some of the shadow aspects and how can they play a role in the way you're encoding your reality and that you're interacting with your reality. So this is the first section of the course. It's really about how do you come into a relationship with your inner masculine? How can you make sure it's in a really positive, aligned place? And once we start that journey of healing your inner masculine, we can move into the next section of this course, which is what I call manifesting the relationship that you've always wanted. Manifesting the type of partner that you've always wanted. And there is a mechanics to this. There is a process to this. And the more that you're aware of how this process happens in life, the more you become better at it. The more types of relationships that are really the kind that you want, that really nourish and nurture and help you grow, and the type of partners that you want. When you're more aware of how this process works, the better at you can get, and the more type of aligned partners and relationships that you'll manifest. So we're really going to be diving into this section of understanding this process, how it works. And the first step is, really seeing how setting the right intention is so important. Really getting clear, really sitting down and getting clear. What is the relationship I want? What is the type of relationship that I want? And the type of partner that I want? Getting so clear and seeing how we can turn this clarity into you could say, in an intention. And when you set this type of an intention, it's actually issuing an energetic invitation that's creating space so that your dream relationship and your dream partner then has space to show up in your life. So really getting clear of how important it is to set the right intention and to issue the right energetic invitation to allow that type of partner to come into your life. And once we get clear on the intentional aspect of this process, we get to create a new fully empowered sovereign template, which is based on what I call being ready, or becoming the one that your partner is looking for. Because we get into this romantic idea, and I've noticed a lot of women get into this idea that your partner is going to complete you. Your partner is going to show up and heal you and make everything okay. And in some ways they will. But it's really important that we also are becoming ready for our partner, or you as a woman are becoming ready or being the one that your partner is looking for too. So that's where that responsibility and that's where that empowerment comes in, that we're allowing ourselves to become ready to be the one that our partner is actually looking for as well. So that way they're not going to show up and have to complete us, and you're not showing up to complete them. You're both doing that work. And this area is really based on two sections, which I call, self-care and self-respect, because it's self-care is the way that you love yourself, you nourish yourself, you bring yourself to a higher and more honoring level. And the way that you love yourself is the way that your partner will see how to love you. It creates a beautiful template and an awareness that the better you love yourself, the better your partner can love you, because they see how you love yourself. You're creating that template of that love. And also self-respect is you're first and foremost respecting and honoring yourself, and that will then allow your partner to honor and respect you in the same way, and in many ways not allow anything less than that. So it's about reclaiming those healthy permissions and healthy boundaries that you need as a woman, so that you're not allowing anything that isn't worthy of connecting with the deeper layers of who you are as a woman and connecting with your heart and with your body. You have to honor yourself first. You really have to honor yourself first and foremost, and have your own connection to your sacred and holy no. Bringing back that holy no, those permissions, those boundaries, so you're not compromising yourself. You're not sacrificing yourself in a relationship, and you're not going through a lot of suffering that you don't need to go through as a woman. So really getting into the power of self-respect. The level that you respect and honor yourself is the level that he can respect and honor you. So really just being honest and being responsible to allow that to first and foremost be present in your own field. So important, so needed. And also clearing, karmic cords to other lovers and really clearing the field to allow your partner to come in a place where it's not cluttered from old baggage or old energy. Really getting clear of that stuff. And then the last part of this section, is about understanding that the assemblage point that you carry in your being, in your consciousness, is the level that relationships will meet you at. And this is so important because you have to understand that the higher that you refine yourself and the more that you lift your energetic assemblage point, the place where your whole being comes together, the more that you are aware of that and the more that you align yourself and raise your assemblage point, that is then the basis, the default point in which your partner then will meet you at. So this is again where it's so important to be self-responsible in partnership, is you have to do the work on yourself, and by raising that assemblage point, you're setting the new standard and the new template and where relationships and partners will then meet you. And then we move into the final section of this course, the section of the course I'm so excited about, which is what I call loving him while honoring yourself. And why this section is so important is because it allows me to kind of step up as an embodiment of the conscious masculine and really just answer your questions, really share, what's happening inside of men in relationships, what's happening in our minds, what's happening in our hearts, what's happening in our emotional fields. Because I know so often you women really get confused and get frustrated with us men because you might not understand what's happening in us or why it's happening in us. And, men really aren't as emotionally intelligent as women. And it's because we haven't been taught how to process our emotions. We really haven't been taught that. We don't have a lot of experience in dealing with emotionally intense situations or the mechanics of emotions as they flow through us. So in many ways, it's tough. It's really tough for us to feel it first and foremost for ourselves, and to share it with you, that's a whole nother thing. It's a thing so few men can do, and can do it efficiently. So I'm going to be in this section really kind of sharing what's going on inside of men, when we're in relationship, especially when we're in conscious relationships, so that you as a woman can better understand us as a man, and you as a woman can better love us in the way that we need to be loved. And so the way I'm going to be sharing this is first, looking at conflicts, conflict management, how you as women can understand men in relationship in conflict so that you can better love us and hold space for us and be there for us as we're going through conflict in our field. So I'm sure a lot of you women out there have experienced, kind of men, when things get too intense, what's something we do? We shut down. We close down. We become unavailable. And why that happens is it's just because relationships get beyond our capacity to handle in a sane or present way. So we shut down. And it's difficult for a lot of women to experience this because you might not understand why it's happening, what's going on, or how you can fix it. And the truth is you can't fix it, but what you can do as a woman is hold a space that encourages men to open back up. So we're going to be really looking at how to do that as a woman, and also what to do if you feel like your partner's pushing you away, or you feel like your partner's running away. And it's an interesting paradox because, men will do this where the relationship is too bad or too tough or not positive. But sometimes, which makes no sense at all, is that, men will run away or push away if the relationship is too good, based on our own inability to feel worthy or feel open or feel like we want to be in something that may be our dream come true. So it's a very strange process that happens in us. But it happens, and it's good for you as a woman to be aware of this, and that's why I get to show up and really share about this and how you can be in partnership with men in the ways that we really want you to be, so there's no more confusion. And it's also about how you can honor yourself, really, so how you can love us better, but also how you can honor yourself better so you're not bending over backwards for us or compromising yourself or putting yourself through suffering that you really don't have to. And then we'll be looking at in this section, how do you create, a mutually empowered relationship where both partners can feel like they can be in their full power, in their full glow, in their full radiance without triggering the other one. So we're going to be looking at, of course, how can you be in the presence of a man in his power without you being triggered? And, I think it's probably far more common that women feel like they can't be in their power around men. So I'm sure a lot of you women out there have experienced relationships where you feel like you have to play small. You can't be in your full glow. You can't be in your full essence without triggering him, without having him shut down or resent you for being in your power. So we're going to be looking at the mechanics of how you as a woman can step into your power, into your full glow, into your full Shakti, into your full sensuality, your full sexuality, whatever it might be. You can step into your fullness in ways that your partner will actually be able to appreciate and encourage and love you in your full power. Why wouldn't we want women to be in their full power? It seems really silly. And if I can share a secret, from the masculine, is that one of the biggest secrets that men carry is that one of the scariest things for men is to be in the field of a strong woman. Like, it's terrifying for us. It's terrifying for most men to be in connection with a woman who's in her full power, in her full embodiment. So we're going to be looking at in this section, how you as a woman can step into your power in ways that he'll actually appreciate and enjoy and celebrate and encourage, instead of your full power maybe shutting your partner down or triggering him as a man. And the last area of this section we'll be exploring is what I call initiating him into the deeper mysteries of you. So that there's something really amazing about women based on your deeper rhythms and your deeper cycles and your deeper connection to your body and spirit that is very confusing to men, because we don't have a lot of those same things. We don't have a lot of those deeper rhythms and cycles that you women intuitively and innately have. So therefore it's very foreign to us and it's very unknown to us. So in this section, I'm going to help you, really craft the language and the ability to articulate some of the deeper mysteries of who you are as a woman in ways that he can actually understand and really appreciate. So we're going to be exploring that and really looking at that because it's so important. If you really want men to connect with you in your deepest element, help bring them into your mysteries in ways that they'll actually understand, in ways that they'll actually feel. And they'll actually appreciate, It's really about that awareness and appreciation. So things like womb wisdom, womb consciousness. What does womb consciousness mean to men? And how can we understand it? And how can we connect with that level? How can we make you as a woman feel safe and honored and secured to allow us in even just close to those deeper elements of your womb? And also help us men understand how we can better love you during your moon time, during your menstruation cycle. How can we better support and honor you during this sacred monthly ritual that you and your body goes through, that your spirit goes through? How can we show up? And then we'll also be exploring, how can you reclaim sacred sisterhood in your life? How can you reclaim sacred sisterhood in your life in ways that he'll actually encourage, because it's so important women have the experience of sisterhood and being around other strong women without your partner, without your man feeling abandoned, rejected, or triggered by it. And hopefully he'll be able to actually remember how important sacred brotherhood is for him and how important it is for men to be around other strong men. So this is the last section, loving him while honoring yourself. So we have the three main sections of this course, which is connecting with and healing your inner masculine. Then moving into how do you manifest the type of relationship you want based on your relationship to your inner masculine. And how can you be in partnership with the masculine externally, and the quality of your partnership, the way you can show up as a partner, is based on your relationship to your own masculine as a woman. And how can you love him from that place while also honoring yourself, not compromising yourself or giving it away. So these are such powerful sections. I can't wait to bring these through with all of you. So the way this course is going to be broken down, in a practical way, is it will take place over 8 weeks. And I have different sections of the course that will go throughout the weeks. And every section is going to have its own downloadable ebook, the course material. It's going to have live teleconferences, there'll be live video questions and answers, and there'll be live guided meditations. So that way, I'm really excited that if you want to participate in this course live, it's going to be really fun, really exciting. You get to interact with other women, you get to interact with me, you get to have this beautiful live experience. And if you feel like your schedule maybe is a little busy right now, if you have work, family life, relationship, who knows? But if you feel like your schedule is a little bit too crunched right now, where you can't participate live, that's totally okay, because this course is also downloadable. So that as I do all the live videos and the live phone calls, all of those things get recorded and then posted on the participant homepage later, so that you can have access and rewatch all of it, you can listen to all of it, you can download it onto your phone or your computer, and you can actually do this course in your own time, in your own way, your own flow, your own pace. So that way you're not obligated in any means to show up live for anything. You won't miss anything because it will all be made available after. So if you want to show up live to the course, you can have so much fun interacting with me and the other women in this course. Or if you feel like, again, you're too busy, you'll have access to all of the course material at any point. That's yours forever. So you can do this course all in one sitting or over the span of a year. Totally up to you, and it's fully flexible. So I'm so excited to share all this with you, and I'd be so honored and so grateful to have you as a woman come join. And I feel so honored and so humbly grateful that I as a man can hold this space for you, to hold the masculine space through this journey of helping you connect to your masculine. I can't wait to be the embodiment of the masculine, to help hold that space for you as you connect more deeply with your own internal masculine. So the course starts June 4th, but if you're interested, don't forget, I have an early bird special going on for one more day, so you can sign up now and still get $100 off the course. So if you're interested, please go to callinghimhome.com. You'll find all the information about the course there, and you can enroll right through that page. And if you found this information helpful, if you found this information useful to yourself as a woman on your journey, please share it. Share it with the women that you think need to hear it, or just share it so that this can get out there and really reach the women who need this type of information and would really benefit from going on this journey. So go to Calling Him Home and sign up there. I love you guys so much, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you for receiving this and for hearing this, and I can't wait to be going on this journey with all of you.